I lived in Detroit, Michigan, in the city on the west side of Detroit. My mother took me to see Dr. King in Detroit as well as here in Washington, D.C. August 28, 1963 was my 12th birthday.
The buzz on the March on Washington started buzzing about a month beforehand. And as a beginning freelance, I did a lot of work for USIA, and this job came along. The caveat was that I would get paid twice my day rate, but they would own the negatives for the National Archives. I said, okay, that's fine. Not knowing at the time that this was going to be one of the great historical moments of U.S. history.
Part of our job as the Archives is to accession, preserve, and make available records created by federal agencies. One of the roles of the USIA was kind of document what America was all about, to project a view of the United States overseas to foreign countries during the Cold War.
And I was 26 or 27 years old and very spry and very athletic, and I climbed over everything and went everywhere, and I photographed close-ups, long shots. I worked pretty hard that day.
Okay, and what I'm going to do now is take the folder out with the photos in it. These are the photos of the March on Washington.
Okay.
And this is a copy of your folder, the photo here.
I learned about the photo about 2.5 years ago. A cousin was browsing a catalog, and it had calendars in it, one of which was a Black History calendar. She saw my picture on the back, and she called and said, your picture is on a calendar and you're holding a banner or a pennant or something. So I was just in shock, and I still am.
She was on one of the front row of the crowd on sort of the left side of where Martin Luther King made that speech. And I see some people laughing and some people crying and some people earnest. And she was one of the ones, not only was she beautiful, but she was so involved.
This is the banner that I held August 28, 1963, that I proudly held up as Dr. King and others were speaking. I tell my grandchildren that marching with Dr. King was a very significant part of my life. As they learn about him in school, they can share with their classmates that their grandmother was part of something that was very important.
Her picture was used and has been used since then as the face of the March on Washington. She deserves it.